Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Schofield, and today I'll be giving my icebreaker speech. I want to start off my speech with asking all of you, what is your life's calling? Some of you might have to think about answering that. Some of you might be able to answer that right away without hesitation. Google defines it as a strong urge towards a particular way of life, a career, vocation. 3 days ago, I received a letter from my supervisor at the school I teach at. One line of it stuck out. It said that teaching is definitely your passion, your calling. That line caused me to reflect on the journey that's brought me up to this point. Growing up, I never wanted to be a teacher. I thought it was the one profession that I thought was the biggest responsibility. You have to give them everything they need to know in 1 year, send them off the next year, and if they don't get it, then it's going to be on your fault. But reflecting on that thought process, I realized the severe lack of confidence that I had in that point. Growing up, I was the shortest kid in class. I would never stand up for myself when I was teased about it. Um, I would be afraid to talk to the pretty girls. I would actually have to have my friends ask out the pretty girls for me. Pathetic, I know. I would always try to have the kids like me, the popular kids. I thought that their high status, if they could like me, then I would feel validated and feel more confident in myself. But what I was really becoming was someone I was not. What I was becoming the person that everyone wanted me to be, but not the person that my inside was calling myself to be. This lack of self-esteem continued in high school. I'll never forget an 11th grade English class delivering a presentation and completely butchering it. I forgot my lines. It was just a complete meltdown. How was I supposed to get better at this when I personally struggled with it my whole life? My family has also struggled with it and still continue to struggle with it today. Things began to change when I joined the wrestling team and I met Coach Mike Holtz my freshman year. I came in as a freshman, 90 pounds in high school, when lowest weight class, 103 pounds. You can say I took my fair share of beatings. But Coach Holtz always saw greatness in me, even when I didn't see it in myself. He would tell me to repeat to myself over and over again, believe in yourself, you can do this, there's greatness within you. You tell yourself that over and over again, you trick your mind actually, you believe it, and it works. I worked harder than anyone. I pushed my body to the limits and maintained a rigorous dieting schedule to maintain weight, and I had success. And what I realized is that when you do the right things day in and day out, that is what breeds confidence. As Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, greatness is not one singular act, but a habit. Repetition is the mother of skill. And if we become skillful at something, we'll become more confident in it. So I began to rack up wrestling wins, gaining confidence. But my confidence was not tested until my final match in high school. At the Michigan High School State Wrestling Tournament, I was one win away from achieving my most highly coveted goal of going all state. But before the match, seeds of doubt crept into my head, and the match was over before it even began. I lost the match, failed to reach my goal, and let the crushing weight of defeat weigh on my shoulders for months to years following, to the point where it still haunts me today. It's hard. Now, 3 days later, Coach Holtz wrote me a letter, and I still have it today on my desk. And one line of it says, you just keep believing who you are and what you're about, and the sky will be the limit. I took that advice with me to college and my adult life. After my sophomore year, I transferred as an education major. I knew that teaching was my calling, but I knew I didn't have the confidence for it yet. So I began to push myself outside my comfort zone. In summer 2015, I had to give a speech in front of 300 people in an auditorium, over 20 times. In summer of 2016, I had to teach English in Quito, Ecuador. In summer of 2017, I was a summer school teacher in Detroit, Michigan, where I'm from. In 2018, I moved to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, to teach English and social studies. And in 2019, I moved to Houston, Texas, where I now currently teach at Watkins Middle School as an 8th grade U.S. history teacher. Through this repetition and experience, I saw my confidence levels rise, but I also saw my deepening belief that teaching is my calling, and I believe those are connected. And I believe I was put on this earth to better the lives of others through education, but also believe in my students the same way that Coach Holtz believed in me. As I told my students on what was now last day of school on Friday, March 6th, confidence is the name of the game. However, I'm still not where I want to be at, and that is why I'm with all of you today. All of us are here to better our public speaking. At the same time, all of us are trying to better our own self-confidence, because that is what we know will lead to success in our lives. Because it is only when we have supreme confidence in our lives is when we can truly live out our life's true calling. And at the end of the day, that is what life is all about. Thank you.